Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Desperados 3 for a little bit of post-game here. We're just gonna try out some of these challenges. We don't really know a whole lot about any of them. There's no description as far as I can see until we actually click through into them. We saw a little bit of this one. I don't know, let's just start at the top. Let's just try out One Woman Army. Isabelle is buying supplies at an herbalist store when she discovers a sealed envelope on the shelves. Her name is written on it. Look, I'm gonna level with you. I'm not necessarily here for the narrative. Let's just get in here and see what the actual challenge is.
Sweet Isabelle.
No. What did I just say? What are we doing? Kill everyone. Oh, well. Clear the map of all thugs without raising the alarm. That is straightforward. That we can handle. So there are 42 enemies to kill, and all we have is Isabelle, who is certainly powerful, but definitely, you know, worth noting she doesn't have a gun, which would certainly make this a lot easier. Well, let's just get started, shall we? And I think you know how our initial approach is going to go here. So, looks like it might be easier to sneak up on this one. I think we can jump down here and just knife him before the other dude catches on. It's going to be a little awkward, though, because I can't jump down to a place that they can't both see. So I'm going to have to, okay, right here. Right here is where we want to jump down. We'll be outside of the other dude's vision cone here.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, nasty.
2 of 42. And it's going to keep count for me as well. I wish, can I, is there a way to get this on my HUD? No, it does not look like it.
This is going to be good.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just, keep track of it ourselves. So, there is a ladder there, but it's rolled up.
Not a bad idea.
This will be an interesting sort of like focused test of our understanding of Isabelle's abilities. So we're going to be really careful with our mind controls here.
Go with spaghetti.
Is there anybody over here? No. Okay. I'm hoping that they're not going to try to like hide people around the level. This is not going to turn into a Where's Waldo thing, but I guess we'll see. Man, I haven't thought about Where's Waldo in a little bit. I blame those books. I blame the Where's Waldo's books for my eyesight. You know, it's just like focusing very hard on those books in the dark, in the car, driving from place to place. I'm sure that's why my eyesight's terrible. You know what? I'm just going to get aggressive here. I do appreciate that they've made a lot of these pretty straightforward for the warm-up. I'm assuming things will get a little bit more complicated as we go on here. Alright, who else can see you? Is there anybody else around here? It's like these guys are facing away, nobody up the path. Okay, well, this is going to be easy. Maybe the idea here is that this is just supposed to serve as a sort of a trial by fire for Isabelle's kind of unusual abilities. You can learn how to play her a little bit, which means maybe it's not 100% appropriate for somebody who has just finished the game. Yeah, we can definitely do this safely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, so I think, yeah, this is just going to be one of these, right? I should have checked visibility on that guy. That was a mistake. He is definitely standing in a place where he is potentially visible to others. So are there... It doesn't look like... Okay. Is there anything back behind where we started? Yes, actually. We will need to end up going this way eventually. Okay, well, we picked a direction. We're going to clear this side first.
Coming through.
Oh, interesting. Oh, no, that one's a friendly, okay. I was going to say, 3 people on top of each other is definitely going to be more complicated. Do you ever come over here? Nah. You might want to run there, buddy. No? Okay, that's fine. So my impression is that all of the challenges are going to just take place on levels that previously existed. None of them actually have their own areas. So it looks like these two are seeing each other, but this guy just looks away from everybody else. I think it's just link these two and drop them.
Well, that's what you get for riding on a DeWitt Company train.
Yeah, that'll show you to ride this train for some reason. This one's going to be a little more complicated because we're going to have to take this guy down pretty quickly afterward. But it looks like there's no additional sightlines to complicate this. So we'll wait for this guy to patrol back and then patrol out, and then we'll cut them all down. I think it should be pretty easy.
And you thought you could fight back.
Okay, yeah, he can't see anything.
This is so for
Hey,
Oh, that's not a friendly. I totally just, that guy's, you know, he's kind of crouched. I thought he was one of them. I think that's an understandable mistake. He's not. What this guy's doing and what that woman is doing are not visually distinct. Okay, so we got to do this in such a way that the poncho. I guess I can also just kill this guy and then take a second and link these two. Or we could catch up with this guy before he gets to the end of his patrol route. Either one will work. I think it's probably going to be the linking thing. Because we have a minute before either one of them notices what's happened here. For a second there, I thought we were going to do this without any major screw-ups at all. So let's see. You run through here. We're starting to get into an area with like actual moving sightlines, so it's going to get a little more complicated. Can I get a clean shot on you? No. We're going to have to go up and around.
Let's see what we can do.
Should be easy enough, though.
Just a tiny one. So. Oh, nasty. I'll take care of it.
Alright, I think nobody walks over here far enough for us to have to move the bodies. Yeah, okay. We can just ignore that. So you're off by yourself. We can link these two.
No problem.
I think that is, in fact, the play.
Just a tiny prick. Got two braces, Shaw. Like cutting nerves. Coming through.
It is just like everybody paired up, right? So that this is actually just 21 link kills. You two are not paying attention, and I believe we have now killed... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say I believe we've now killed all of the patrollers. But it would appear that that is not the case. Well, let's let this guy wander back to what he was doing. Actually, I should keep an eye on him. Does he ever get close enough to these two that he'll see their bodies? Yes, he will. Okay. So that being the case, we probably want to climb up here and do the rock push thing first. We'll handle them later. It looks to me like there are plenty of opportunities to cut this guy down. Billy Beer-Hating Rug-Face Ben. That's a hell of a nickname. The thing about that nickname is, it's way more complicated than you might expect. Yeah, that'll kill all three of them. So I think let's cut this guy down and drop his body in the bush real fast.
I got this.
Everybody continues to cower despite the fact that he's gone on account of they just whispered what is a relatively brutal murder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think we're safe to just climb right up here. So we gotta watch this guy.
Let's change things up.
I'm gonna link this dude and that dude, and we're gonna I'm gonna
Just a little blood.
kill this poncho with the rock push. Because I think that will be entertaining. So this is going to be the part where we have to hope things line up a little bit. We need that poncho to turn and look away. Yep, there's the moment. hopefully anybody who sees that body will treat it as though it was killed by an accident. This long coat can't see anything down here, so we may as well just go and take care of these two now, I think. Is Isabel the best character? I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. I mean, they're all pretty powerful in their own ways. I think Cooper is probably the one that's like the least... He has the least sophisticated stuff, but it's hard to argue with just like the raw efficacy of his run speed plus the knife throw plus the ability to fire 2 guns. Like, you can kill a lot of people with Cooper really quickly. He can almost showdown 4 guys by himself. And that is a thing that is close to unmatched. Obviously, Hector can often kill 4 guys by himself as well. It's a little bit different. Alright, let's try to figure this out. Here's where we're starting to get into some actual level type situations. So, they say you gotta do it. Boy, how am I gonna deal with a long coat? That seems like a problem. They say you got to do it without setting off an alarm. I don't know if that means that I am... like, am I allowed to do a mind control and have somebody shoot somebody? Because it'll set things off. If I mind control Longcoat and then release him, it probably just knocks him out, right? Probably. We'll try it. We'll try something like that. This situation is harder to unravel. So you can see both of the ponchos, right? Yeah. When this guy is talking to that poncho, I wonder if that creates an opening. We gotta watch his vision cone for a second here. There's one extra mind control use there, which definitely suggests that you are supposed to deal with this long coat via mind control. I guess that must be the only way to do it. Either mind control him and knock him out that way. Okay, yeah. So during that moment, we could drop these two, and then we'd have to figure something out in a real hurry. So let's go ahead and do the link. Oh, Isabel, what are you doing? How is that a reasonable movement path? Okay. So if we just pick this body up and move it into the bushes, he'll never see that body. We'll have until the patroller comes back to solve that problem. Ooh, that could not have been much closer.
That's impossible. Won't make a sound.
As for right now, the plan can be just move this guy.
Let's see what we can do.
We could also have gotten over here and like gotten the link in place and then killed these two before this guy even saw the body, but that seems more difficult. Okay, that's under control. So I don't know if it... I'm going to try mind controlling the long coat and just... Oh, I guess you could link the long coat and... we could link the long coat and kill a different guy. Right, and this deals a point of damage to him, and yeah. This works. There we go. We don't have to spend any mind control at all. In fact, we might not have to do any mind controlling the whole mission. I don't know if there are badges on these, but if there are, I'm sure there's one for doing this without mind control. There are so many rolled up ladders. We probably don't need to interact with any of these. We could totally have just run back out the way we came in. But I think we have cleaned up this side entirely. How many bodies are we at? 34. Wow. I guess these sides are not anywhere near even. Wait, sorry, you gotta go up here.
don't see how. Yeah, there ain't no way.
Okay, apparently she will not execute a movement order that involves jumping unless you explicitly give the jump order.
This is going
I have to go over the train, right? Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna have this one down in pretty short order. It looks like. So what is the right way to get over here? Okay.
no problem.
I see it. We got to go down and around. Basically, right back to where we started.
Won't make a sound.
Are there actually 8 people? This okay? Yeah, I guess there's a little bit more space than I thought there was.
Oh yeah.
So okay, what is the story with this guy? These two can see each other. You're being watched by him.
Already there.
This is going to be a little tricky. Obviously, we could do a cat thing.
Let's be quick about it. I got a task. Come on. Go. Let's cut some.
I'm assuming the cat will turn your head. Oh no, it just... Okay, it just kills your vision. Well, that's easy enough then. And then... I don't exactly know how we're going to deal with these two down here, but we'll get there.
Ready? Hurry up now. So for Papa get there. See you on the other side.
I mean, the best thing would be to link these two, right? But I'm not sure that we can do that.
Let's see what we can do.
Can you be seen by anybody else? Is there anybody watching from above? Or no, it's just the two of them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very slowly, very carefully creep over here.
Off you go. Let's make this interesting.
The hell?
No, that was not... I stepped a little too far. I think this is going to be very difficult. Is that really the last...
It's just a little blood.
Apparently, it's been a minute since I quick saved.
Let's cut some weed.
Boy, I can't believe how long it's been, actually.
Like that.
That's fine. This is very fixable.
I'll send him to the other side.
Fortunately, most of this is just running. Am I sure we got everybody over here? I guess it's a good thing to double check. Yeah, it looks like we got everybody.
Can do.
Okay, we gotta get back to the ladder. I assume she knows how to pathfind. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna deal with that. We could, of course, do a mind control thing.
No problem.
That might end up being the only way to get further in that direction. Not the only way. The only sensible way, though. Because the thing that I was looking at doing there, where like we create a distraction for the one guy and then quickly sprint through the other guy's vision cone, dart him, and then continue sprinting and kill him. Which I think we have to do before the distraction ends because there's no place to hide. I don't know, man. That might not be doable. That seems it seems a little unreasonable. Here's the problem with things going well. When we're in a situation where I'm not feeling challenged, I forget to do quick saves. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The guy's vision cone sweeps way to the side. I forgot. Okay, let's make a quick save.
See you on the other side.
Stay sharp, buddy.
There we go. Because in order to link this guy, we'd have to get, like, to here. I had to hit the link on him, and then... Yeah, I don't know, man. It might be doable. But it seems like it would be a very narrow window indeed. We're going to try it a couple of times. Just going to see if we can, in fact, pull this off without using a mind control.
Hey, sweet.
It's fun to sometimes set yourself a weird little goal.
Oh, I see where this is going.
I got you.
Oh man, even with the even with the cat distraction, his vision cone is still too long. Yeah, we're just gonna have to mind control.
Deep breath. Walk.
So we get this guy over to here. Cap his friend.
Can't see straight.
Now, unfortunately, I believe it is the case that Isabel can't kill him while he's laying down.
I'll send you to the
Oh, no, you can. Okay. Yeah, good. I thought we were going to have to wait for him to get back up because the interaction prompt was going to just tie him up. But I'm realizing, I guess I just never thought to kill somebody while they were laying down unconscious. Never seemed necessary. Alright, well, I'm bummed out that there's probably no way to do this without mind control. Ooh, wow. Yeah, we certainly can't do this part without mind control. Holy crap. How are we gonna handle this? Are you friendly? No. You're the bastard operator. He's either an operator who is a bastard, or he operates the bastard. Maybe this particular bit of winch machinery is the bastard. Job postings just like looking for one bastard operator. Alright, these are the last 5. So, I mean, obviously mind control makes this pretty easy. Alright, we could like link you with you, and then mind control her.
Let's make a friend.
Yeah.
Here goes.
Okay, you can't see anything.
There. Faster. That's right.
Oh. The long coat can, in fact, see that. Well, that's less ideal.
Always helps.
Let's have a look around.
Okay, so that being the case, hold on. What do you see? You do not see over here. Interesting.
Just a little bit. Let's try something different.
You ain't fooling me.
Oh, yeah. Razor sharp. See, so get it.
This guy made things way easier on us by running over here.
Nice.
Okay, and then, we can't get back on the train? No, we totally can. Well, that makes this quite easy. Because this guy's not paying attention to anything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Razor sharp. Now I'll send him to the other side.
Okay, as far as challenges go, that one didn't really seem all that challenging. Of course, she's going to run directly in front of him.
Well done. My clients are already looking forward to our next collaboration.
It's like, what is the one way that would not make sense for me to travel? That's where I'll go. Okay, 1753, that's not terrible. Are there... No, it looks like there aren't any challenges associated with these, any badges or anything. Okay, good to know. Let's see if they get a little bit more complicated. And it's got a marker for what difficulty we did it on. I guess that's true. We could turn up to Desperado for this. What does this actually change? So player health. Oh, it changes the number of recovery frames. That's interesting. Ammo is very similar. Interestingly, Hector was already only getting 1 ammo from crates a lot, so I feel like this is not necessarily indicative of reality. And then detection speed goes way up. Yeah, that would really dramatically increase the difficulty, that's for sure. Again, sealed letters. How long has it been since Flagstone? You'd be surprised how little has changed. It has been a minute. So I'm assuming a lot of these are just going to be go into a previous level and kill everybody. I'm trying to think. Is that what we saw the voodoo mission? The voodoo mission was... It might have been kill everybody?
Flagstone.
Let's see. No, this is just kill Chester Goodwill, the salesman peddling his wares in the middle of the street. And then drag him to the churchyard and throw him in a coffin. Okay. Alright, I can see how this could be difficult. Let us... So we have... We have a Kate who doesn't have a disguise. Is there... There is a disguise. Okay. Probably we ought to go get that. It said in the Flagstone brothel, but then it zoomed us to this empty building. I think that the zoom behavior on that might be a little broken. Because this doesn't... First of all, I don't think this is a brothel. And secondly, the building's empty, and that's definitely not what's happening. The brothel is over here? Yeah, there we go. Well, it's a good thing I do, in fact, remember the mission a little bit. Feels like it'd be foolish of us not to go get the disguise, and if I'm not even going to get an achievement or anything, then obviously we should go for it. So, it's going to be maybe a little complicated, though. We could just try to get out to the street and approach from the street instead of coming around back here. Let's see, we'd have to walk through here. This... Yeah, going through that alleyway doesn't actually save us any trouble. I guess if we're going to do it, we're basically doing it from over here anyway.
We got places to be.
Alright, everybody should default to crouch walk. Yeah, okay, let's try it.
Don't worry just yet.
So Doc has his stuff, Hector... Okay, everybody has all their abilities and everything. How are we going to do this? I am probably going to cause a ruckus here. These chickens are probably going to be pretty mad.
Someone call for a doctor?
I guess the first thing is just get everybody down here. Doc, are you serious right now? Just go around.
Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Let's light this up.
We can just reproduce that with everybody here. Should be pretty straightforward. Be a little cautious about this gunman's line of sight, but maybe it's not an issue.
I see.
It is weird how this the door to the fence here provides cover for everybody, considering that it's see-through.
I'm all ears, darling. I sense a plan coming
The
up.
thing is, I don't know if you've ever been around a chicken wire fence, but you can... If somebody were to crouch behind a panel of chicken wire, you could see them. You could definitely see them. All right. I already miss my ability to link people. So this is actually going to be kind of tricky, and then we're going to have to get inside, right? There's no actual way up over here. Yeah, getting this disguise is going to be a huge pain in the ass. That said, I do suspect it will actually be... It's probably not necessary, but it will certainly be helpful. So you can see everything. I mean, is the idea that we just have people... Maybe we just completely ignore... Not completely ignore, but don't actually kill this guy? Oh, damn it. Hector, why you gotta be so slow? Alright, let me gather everybody together. I think this might be doable, but I should have everybody at the front edge of the bush
Continue.
before issuing the command.
Easy as pie.
Almost. I wanted to make it to the bush before I gave them the order to get back into crouch mode.
Hector's here. All right.
Not sure I trust this.
Enough.
I'm not 100% sure it was this guy who saw us. Okay.
Places to be.
Can we just wait till he's not looking? How does his patrol line up with this guy's patrol is the question. Well, it looks like they line up in such a way as to be as annoying as possible. Oh, hey, there is a way up over here. Okay, so we could probably... that's a pretty big distance. I was going to say we could, like, jump and jump. Maybe we can enter through the window from up here? I don't know. We'll see. I think this is about to be our opening.
Straight through hell.
There you go. This definitely feels more like an actual level.
Ready when you are, darling.
Alright, let me have Kate alone just sneak through here for the moment. What's your vision like? Well, apparently I stopped right at the very, very edge of it.
Till the end of the world. Let's take a gander.
When this guy gets to his conversation position, it's easy enough to sneak past him. I think we should be able to just...
Consider it done.
There we go. Alright, can you make that jump? You can. Okay, well that seems like the right way to do this then.
Charming.
Okay, so... who can see her on the street? Nobody.
Sorry in advance, darling.
Yeah, we can do that. Knocking out this guy is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and of course, it's Kate, so we don't have any way of tying him up. I could just shoot his ass. I think we're shooting him. I think that's what's happening here. So, it looks to me like we could just walk through and cap him. I don't think we have to plan around this very much at all. Kate's gun's pretty quiet.
All or nothing. Elegant and discreet. I do apologize.
That guy just decides, hey, the gunshot in the building that we're guarding right now can't have anything to do with us.
I got good aim. Time for a nap.
This lady is going to, she's going to wake up and cause a little bit of a ruckus.
As quick as it goes.
And then they're going to notice the dead body. So that's an issue. Don't really have a plan for dealing with that.
Get there somehow.
We'll be gone by then. So it won't even be a problem.
Close. Fits like a glove.
Okay, just get downstairs.
Oh, this'll be fun.
Problem solved.
Until the curtains fall.
Okay. So now that we've done that, I should be a little bit more careful, because we don't know where there are long coats. Now that I've done that, maybe I wish I hadn't moved these two... Hey, you know what? We couldn't have snuck out here anyway. Did she just say, oh, I must have been tired, and she's... I guess I don't know, fell asleep on the balcony. Okay, well now we can use Kate to at least make it easier for these two to get out on the street. Not that she's even necessarily got to be a part of it. It looks like there's only 2 guards over here. I think all we're doing is just moving these two over to here and killing these 2 guys, right?
I got a feeling about this.
I think we have enough time before this guy gets close. Yeah.
On my
We're fine.
I'm all ears. Leave it to me.
So let's have Kate distract this dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry. I bet I can help you. Time to go.
We're just gonna commit a horrific murder in broad daylight.
Okay, they're down.
Show goes on.
Thank you, Hector. Good work. Okay, so now...
Shall we continue? We'll see.
Hey, we're in the middle of the... I'm allowed to be out here. This is the street, dude. Is he gonna get cross with us for walking around in the... I thought the whole... No, okay, we're fine.
Nice and calm.
Okay, so we gotta kill Chester Goodwill. Chester Goodwill is currently being watched by at least 3 people. No, way more than 3 people.
Sure they're here, Murdoch.
Couldn't have slipped through.
The poncho's gonna be an issue. So some of these people we can just kill. We can draw off somewhere and kill. Although I'm not 100% sure what the best way of doing that's going to be. Can Hector get a whistle on? Yes. Hector can get a whistle on you from back here. So, okay.
Get on with it.
Let's have Kate walk over here and distract this guy, kill this guy, open up this area.
I'll play the charm. Got a minute?
Yeah, how can I help you? Or just getting started.
I'm assuming this guy never actually... Oh, he never sees the poncho, but he does see the bushes I'd like to move the poncho's body into.
Got any plans right now?
I'm here all day, honey. I like it. Coming through.
Okay. I almost forgot to tell him to crouch there. It was very close. So we do want to clean him up as well. That's easy enough to do, though.
Time to use just. Let's lure someone in.
I guess probably, for optimal safety, we should wait for this guy to patrol away.
What can I do you for?
And actually, we don't even need to do a whistle. We could probably have Kate just walk him over the trap, right?
Punch it.
Ready when you are. I'll get to it.
That's good moving,
I
amigo.
want to have you on the other side of the bush, because otherwise he will see you. This, yeah, this is going to work.
I'm a coming, baby.
Quickly, before the patroller comes back.
Always trust in Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca does good work. Although she does, it takes a long time for the dudes to fall.
Bianca's ready.
I'm gonna just reset Bianca here.
She's ready.
Let's give him a show. Why don't you
I got it.
come to my room?
All right.
Hector's gotta get outside the bush.
Lights. Yeah.
Good girl.
Alrighty.
Okay, just wanna make sure that his body actually went into the down state in a reasonable amount of time.
Looks like
And then, you know what?
I'm all ears, darling.
Let's just make absolutely certain that all of the sightlines over here are super controlled.
Around my little thing. Why don't you come over for a bit?
Hell yeah.
Child's play.
Let this be a lesson to everyone.
Started.
Don't follow strange women into bushes.
I see.
There's probably something going on there. Now we could probably... Oh no, this is a woman. We cannot, in fact, get her to just lure her with Kate the same way.
Bianca is ready.
But this'll work. Actually, it's gonna grab... Oh no, but the poncho won't actually come over.
Come on, amigo.
So this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, one sightline resolved. The poncho is going to be more of an issue.
Do it.
I don't know how we're going to deal with that. We can't just turn her with Kate because she'll have no interest in Kate, which is ridiculous. And then we got you. You're a problem, but you are not. Despite the fact that you are wearing the colors, they're very similar to a poncho. You are not actually a poncho, so we could just draw you somewhere and dispose of you. Out of curiosity, how far can Kate pull this guy?
Fool him. No problem. This way, darling.
What happens when they turn up?
Lead the way. Shoot him.
Okay, I cannot get her to run. I could probably bring him up the stairs. Does anybody see that? No.
I have to get back.
Okay. So we dropped this poncho. Oh, okay, that guy can see it at some points during his patrol. Okay. So I'm assuming this is one of those spots where we'll get caught crossing, right? Yeah. And you have to get pretty far up there
Let's get going.
before you're safe. So we'll start by distracting you.
My, aren't you
Hell, I'm
handsome?
getting
Maybe I
thirsty,
got what
my
you
dog.
need.
You can't hide
Okay.
forever, Sam. Now get your shit together.
I probably gotta wait for these patrols to line up.
I could talk
Actually,
to
let me get up here so we can get the drop down kill.
Just
You know what? I think we got it.
This is nothing, darling.
Drop down kill's pretty much instant.
Got a lovely voice.
Yeah, okay. Everything's fine.
thought you
There's more where that came from.
Sure.
So actually, we can just move this guy into this building. Or I could have just thrown him down in the bushes. That probably was even safer.
We could.
No problem, Missy.
Okay, and then from here, she could just walk him up onto that landing and drop him.
Let's give him some trouble. I'll bring him. Stay close behind me. On it.
All right.
I think this will work.
Shall we continue? Hope you won't.
No, damn it.
Me
That was supposed to be a drop kill. Alright, one more sightline resolved. Unfortunately, there's still like 4 to go.
Turn up. You sure?
Okay, so Poncho, we got... Who's seen him over here? Just a normal civilian. So someone I don't want to kill. That said, I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to knocking him out. You're going to be an issue, though. How do we deal with you?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sure.
Let me withdraw Hector here.
All right. Keep it easy.
We could... Boy. We probably can't do this via perfume. I guess...
Hell, I'm getting thirsty, Murdoch.
Maybe we could just draw him off?
Get your shit.
I'm thinking about, like, how do we make this work in the middle of the street? But probably the actual answer is we take him out of the middle of the street, right?
Let's go.
Let me try something here. Let's experiment a little bit. I'm kind of curious. If we whistled him, would it actually pull him?
Time to make some noise.
I want to find a spot where I can stand where I can whistle just him. I guess there is not going to be such a spot, because this guy's in the way. And it's not going to be easy to just whistle this guy either, because there's a lot of people walking around in here.
Yeah, they could
I'm not actually sure what the right move is.
We got places to be.
If we clear out some of the people in this building, which we could in theory do.
Can do.
And in fact, I can just like walk up onto the ladder, right? Oh no, you're watching the ladder. Yeah, that's a problem. I was gonna say, if we just like let the patrols separate. But no, this Poncho over here makes that unlikely to work. We could just run through this doorway and chop this thug in half. I suppose that's a possibility. If we did that, like who can actually see you? Nobody. It's just this patroller that we'd have to deal with. That might be an okay way to get in here. We can experiment a little bit from the inside of the building.
I'll be there in time.
So that patrol's about to come over here. What we'd really like to do is catch them both in this area, because it looks like nobody can really see in here. Alright, I'm going to try something perhaps inadvisable.
Let's go. Not your lucky day.
You visible to anybody from outside? Not right at this moment, at least.
Oh, I needed that.
Will you be a problem? Ooh, maybe. I'm gonna move this guy to the close corner. I think that'll make it a little bit easier. We can definitely drop a sign on that guy. I don't know that we need to, but we can, so I will. Right, because this will just look like an accident death. Nobody will really investigate this.
Hey now, what's a peculiar
Knock
noise?
yourself out.
I was gonna go just move the body real fast before anybody noticed it, just to make sure things were okay. But then somebody noticed it. But yeah, it looks like it doesn't even really cause a problem.
Something.
Except that he might see the other body.
Making a move.
He's dead.
And
We got troublemakers here. Let's find him. We got. They think they can hide. Gotta find
keep
him.
your eyes
No more surprise.
Okay, just hide in here.
Come on.
Some things have gone slightly awry. Things got a little out of control here.
Anybody find anything? For fuck's sake, where are they? Are you hiding from me?
If people want to run inside and... Oh, they can see... Really? You can see him through that door, but not through the chicken wire?
Eyes up, everyone.
Okay, well, this is bad. Okay, so this does draw a little bit more attention than I would like. If we're going to do this, we have to move this guy's body a lot further, which I'm a little uncomfortable doing, because obviously a lot of people have a lot of vision through that door. Okay, but what if we move him to, like... Oh, right, Hector makes noise when he runs with bodies. Sorry, my phone buzzed at exactly the same moment, and so I looked away briefly. It's 4 in the morning right now. Probably nobody should be making my phone buzz.
When they turn up, you shoot him.
But yeah, we have to walk around this guy a little bit more. It's not super safe to do.
Coming through. Who's there?
Oh, he heard through the wall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's get loud.
We need backup. What do we have here?
Let's do this.
Nothing?
Hey, I see you, asshole.
Who was that?
Trying to let the cooldown on the shotgun expire so that so that we could just kill a whole bunch more bodies. Okay, so we can't realistically move that guy's body anywhere safe. I'm a little surprised that they heard that through the wall. I guess we could move him into this corner. Yeah, we could do that.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Because I do really want to, I think, drop the sign on that guy. I think we want to remove that guy's line of sight from contention here. Or I guess I could just put it on top of this body. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn it. I was hoping that there's a little spot where he can't see anything. I assume that was this patroller. Yeah. Okay, so basically it's going to be a huge pain in the ass to do this, and it may or may not end up being worth anything. I'm just thinking, like, if we could get rid of this dude, then we could try whistling Chester Goodwill from inside the building and see if he will come.
Making a move.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna whistle like this, and it's gonna draw everybody's attention. But I'm curious whether he will move. The answer is no. He doesn't move, so there's no sense in clearing this line. That's kind of what I figured. The mission would be real easy if you could move him. The whole deal is you have to execute a clean kill in the middle of the street. Okay. So,
This way, amigo.
that being the case,
Hey now. Wait, that's not right.
hey, aren't people supposed to not be in this building? Well, actually, he's not in the building, so I guess he's fine. It works for Agent 47. Why shouldn't it work for Hector? Okay, so we are just gonna have to keep peeling sightlines over here. So this poncho, does this? Not really.
I'll use my
We could deal with you.
Well, I'm getting thirsty, Murdoch.
Let's do it.
All right, who can see things over here?
Now get your shit together.
So it looks like we can just walk through here. I believe it's not a big deal if people from the outside see us go in, because we'll be inside before their vision, before they get set off all the way. But just in case, we'll try to... There we go. Alright, Hector can just gut a long coat. That's no big deal. So we got you and you to watch out for. And long coats don't respond to whistles, is that right?
Sure they're here, Murdoch.
Yeah, they couldn't have slipped through.
I think I'm just going to brute force this.
I'm in the mood for some.
You know, Hector's specialty.
I live for this. Sure thing, amigo.
So I don't think that guy... Oh no, he can somehow see the body.
Who needs a haircut?
Well, this isn't gonna work. Never mind. This guy is remarkably unobservant. And he pays the price.
Let's do this.
Okay, so actually, we should clean up a little bit here. This is not a place where it is safe to leave bodies. I have, I'm intending to draw people from the street in here. Sure, I could have just tossed him in the bush and not contaminated the town's water supply. Absolutely, it was a possibility. And yet, here we are.
Time to make some noise. Time to use Bianca. Let's do it. Just
Alright. Bianca's getting a real workout this time. Is he coming? Okay. Oh wait, that's a civilian shoot. I shouldn't kill him with a bear trap.
let's go. Ever brushed your teeth with a sledgehammer?
I don't think there's like a mission reason I need to not murder civilians, but I would feel a little bad. Here, alright, you just get... You go take a rest in the bush. You I will not throw in the well. Very difficult to maintain the plausible deniability about having not killed you if I throw you unconscious into a well. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 permanent sightlines remaining, and then also we potentially have issues from people walking around. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. But he can sometimes see.
My singing voice. On my way. I heard you. Come out.
I think we're just going to be able to keep doing this. I think this is how we're going to shut down these two. We might even be able to get that guy this way as well.
One moment. I'll make you good.
Man, Hector really knows how to hit a guy.
I see.
Nope. Pick up the body, Hector.
Nothing.
Okay, so we'll just do that to draw you and possibly... Hold on.
Time to make some noise.
No, we will not be able to access this guy with the whistle, so there's no sense in knocking this one out.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Let's go ahead and get you. Apparently also it's affecting the horse, but the horse doesn't know how to operate a door, of course, so... Prevents it from being much of an issue.
I see.
What is my dude even... Is he just selling glass bottles? There's like a bunch of snake oil, maybe? Okay, while Hector's doing this, let's zoom in and see if we can't make heads or tails of this. Wonder hair growth. Okay.
Here comes the postman.
Well, I'll tell you what. I feel a lot less bad about gutting this man in the street now that I know that he is a snake oil salesman.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Alright, let's see about working out the rest of these guys. We still have the poncho and this dude. This civilian's gonna be... Can we
Come on, amigo.
lure him with Kate? Where's Kate right now? Okay, Kate's still up here. Can we lure him to a position where I can take care of him with Kate? I'm curious if he'll come through the gate with us.
I'll fool him. No problem. This way, darling.
All right.
Like, he's technically not allowed to be on the other side of this gate, but I don't know if that'll actually... Like, if he'll care about that. Nope, apparently he doesn't.
My wife would kill me.
That should knock him out for a while.
Time to go. Let's light this up. Don't move, amigo.
Okay, it seems like somebody could just, like, let Kate borrow some rope. Maybe we could just hand her some so that she can be ready to deal with, like, one guy herself, and then she can come back and refresh. Just replenish her stores. Okay, so...
Not sure I trust this.
This is the only person who can actually see Chester all the time, right? We still have this guy, and this guy's patrol route does carry him far enough up the street to be an issue. You never actually see Chester because you're on the wrong side of the cart. What about you? Civilians have much shorter sight lines. Okay, no, you are never an issue. So it's just this and the poncho. Okay, we're getting close. I guess technically it's the case nobody can see this poncho right now?
We got places to be.
Am I... Is the right play going to be just kill the poncho in the middle of the street and then quickly move the body out? I think it might actually be. We could just like move the body into the building here.
Feeling about this.
I'm just gonna do that. Just watch the patroller. This doesn't feel like it should work.
See you in hell.
I guess we've done a good job of removing people from the street. There's not really a lot of people around to notice. Okay.
All right.
And I guess at this point I could just where am I taking him? All the way over there. Okay. That's a problem. Yeah, we should probably get that resolved before we actually kill him. So what's my plan going to be on that? It would probably be best to move him in here. Can we get the body? No. There is no way to get the body from here to there. Excuse me, to there. We actually do just have to move him up this street. Okay. Well. So I don't think these two ever turn around. So that means you, this Abraham Lincoln-ass motherfucker over here, and this patrolling civilian. It's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of bodies.
I got the tools for the job. Just what I had in mind.
Are any of the buildings around here? No, actually. Yeah, there we go. There's the interactable thing. No, there are in fact no buildings over here that we can throw a body into. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Okay. So if we assume that we can just dump bodies over here, because nobody's seen this dude. Can you see that doorway? You can. So probably you got to go first. Although you see it in your line division,
Let's keep moving.
which gives us some capability for shenanigans. Like I'm gonna target of opportunity here real quick. Nope, never mind. I forgot how close you. I thought that the end of the street was further away. So you're actually probably one of the first people that has to go. Nobody's looking at you most of the time.
Oh, sure.
I'm wondering if maybe we need to try to resolve this issue, like, right away. Yeah, the bell. The bell is how we resolve that.
Not sure I trust this.
Ready when you are.
Let me get Kate over here. Hold on.
Sound too hard? Oh, look at that.
Having somebody do this from the starting position before we left would have been fairly straightforward.
Gander.
Nobody that we have access to here can climb Ivy, so we can't actually get back up to the church easily. So this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge.
On my mark.
We got Joker here.
Okay, that will work. That will allow someone through. It doesn't need to be Kate necessarily. Let's try it.
Doctor,
What can I do you? Let's blind him for a second. Surprise.
no need for violence here. My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, I should just go here.
Leave it to the professionals.
Alright. Time for a little doctoring.
I got a feeling about this.
Now, of course, this is impossible, but we'll just we'll look aside the anachronism for the sake of a very satisfying environmental kill.
Just what I had in mind.
Nobody heard nothing. See, in cowboy times, nobody would know what a bell sounded like, so.
Okay then.
Alright, that makes it a lot easier to drop a body in the street and move it back up through here, which is maybe the way we're gonna end up dealing with these. Hold on. This guy's coming. Oh, wait. This might be an opportunity.
It'll cost you. You won't feel a thing.
Shh.
More work for later.
Ah, damn it. I do hate the fact that the damage happens before the attack animation does,
Someone call for a doctor?
it definitely makes things more difficult. Because, like, it's crazy that Doc died there. He died before anybody actually attacked him. Because he took damage prior to the attack happening twice.
No trouble.
I could have just stayed in the bushes. I was trying to get a slightly better position for catching that guy.
Well, all right.
Alright, you can't just walk down the roof. That would be a slipping hazard. Doc would never do anything that unsafe.
Let's keep moving.
Alright, so when that guy comes back, when the patroller comes back, we let him walk in here, we run up and we grab him. Nobody else can see this. So that actually deals with a couple of the tricky sightlines right there. And then it's easy enough to drop the poncho and just carry her back into the bushes over here.
It works very fast.
Well,
Not worth my time.
holy hell!
Straight through hell. It ain't personal.
Okay. And once again, you have a slatted fence just being completely impossible to see through. Sightlines in this game are incredibly arbitrary.
Let's move you out of the way.
I think this is probably a pretty good time to stash these bodies.
On my way. Right.
Alright, now it's easy enough to get rid of you. And honestly, we're close to done. I know we just hit the hour, but I think we'll finish this mission.
I've been through worse.
So all we have to do is watch. I don't exactly know what your loop looks like. I'm very concerned that the instant I make a move on the poncho, he's going to turn and start doing stuff. Okay, there's still this guy walking around too, and he does walk far enough to see her. But I think
Feel a thing.
it's now.
See you in hell.
I think that we can just do this. Yep, because the ability to move bodies while crouching is borderline cheats. It's a shame that Hector cannot be taught to do this, even though he would be trivially capable of it, and also would be actually much, much better at it than most people. Okay, so for that same reason, it's not actually necessary to take you out, because we could just move the body down this side of the street and you would never even see it. You guys aren't a problem.
About this.
Honestly, at this point, this poncho might be the last person we care about.
Yep, hard slated. Always.
It works
I'm gonna
very.
go for this.
They're gone. Just
No,
one.
no, bad. I thought that guy walked further down the street. Do I not understand his patrol? So he walks over here, he talks to her, and then he just walks back and talks to this guy and turns right back around. I mean, obviously, we could deal with that by distracting the man.
Started.
Where's Hector at?
All right.
Because if we did a whistle thing from back here, the poncho wouldn't be drawn, but the patroller would be.
Understood. Let's light this up.
Once again, I don't care if you were just in a place you're definitely not allowed to be. As long as you're no longer there. Okay, so here's the problem. I was combining this guy and this guy in my head.
I'll use my singing voice. Be all guys ready. Let's lure someone in.
The guy with the shorter patrol path, we can absolutely just kill with a bear trap. I think he gets close enough.
Let's do this.
Sure, knock yourself out.
The more the merrier.
Okay, then I just go hide over here, and this should be fine, I think. As long as I stay low behind the bush.
Oh, this is gonna be painful. Are you hiding from me? This is getting old. Who needs a hair?
What?
I like it.
He just didn't walk all the way over?
Not your lucky day.
Okay, problem solved.
She looks ready for more.
So this is the guy who was leaning against the wall, right? We could just let him return to his leaning against the wall state.
Fuck.
And this guy's patrol route... Oh, shit. That's pretty nuts that he walked that far away. Well, it's an alarm that happened in this alarm zone. It's just going to create the once things calm down, the extra patrollers are just going to be over here. We don't have to care about that. But it does mean that we kind of can't do our thing for a minute, so we do have to wait for things to calm down.
Whoever finds them gets their stuff. Whoever finds them gets their stuff. Keep looking.
Also, whoever finds them gets their stuff. I don't know if you guys heard. Yep. Okay. So the extra guards from the guardhouse are just going to go walking around over here. It's not going to be a big deal. Kind of nuts that this dude walks all the way around into the building. Like, that's pretty unusual.
I got the tool. Who needs a shot?
All right, we're gonna try this again. I think we have our opportunity here.
It ain't personal. Out of sight, out of mind.
And now we just gotta move you over to here, and everything should be fine. And we have a limited amount of time to do this.
Understood.
Yep, nobody can see inside that building, so there's too much garbage piled up outside. We're committing a number of daring daylight homicides on this one.
I got a feeling about this.
Okay, so I think we are now clear, right? This patroller is, like, potentially an issue. Certainly not guaranteed to be an issue.
Time for the axe. All right.
Nope, wait.
Keep it easy.
Guy got close enough that the civilian would hear you killing him.
Someone call for a doctor? It works very...
We may as well get rid of this guy too, right?
All right. Heading there.
And then I am going to knock out this civilian and we'll dump him on top of the dead bodies, and he's going to have a real unpleasant afternoon.
My thoughts exactly.
But that's the price you pay for walking around and making things difficult for me. This guy can stay because he's incredibly unobservant. Like, to a degree that you should almost be criminal.
Just what all right. It won't end in tea. They say sleep is the best medicine. This'll just
Could you maybe do that a little bit faster there, Doc?
Up we go.
Okay, and now it doesn't really matter who does the thing. Doc and Kate are both reasonably well suited to this, but I guess we'll use Doc, because Doc at least can walk up to a man and kill him.
Cost you.
Kate would have to kick him real hard. Okay, we do have to watch out for that. The edge of this guy's vision cone can be a problem sometimes.
You won't feel... They're gone.
Let's go for a stroll.
Alright, let's just get him to the... You know what? Kate, come over here. Come over here and help me out. We may as well make this as easy as possible.
I'll play the... Let me ask you something.
Yeah. I bet I can help you.
Let's drop this one off.
I think it's as simple as just clicking over there, right? Like, we're not going to get anywhere near that guy's vision cone.
See you later, sweetheart.
I'm here if you need me.
There in a second.
I bet Doc's back is going to be real sore by the end of all this.
Time for my entrance.
And I guess Kate can even foolproof this part of it.
You're gorgeous.
Out of sight, out of mind.
This guy is incredibly smooth. You can't see anything. You never look to the side. Honestly, I could probably... I could absolutely just have Hector move the body, but I am instead going to have Hector walk next to Doc and just you supervise.
Maybe we could.
Oh, yeah, you're doing a fine job there. Yep, keep it up. Oh, only 10 more feet to go. You're doing such a good job. And then, betrayal.
Oh, I'm listening.
It's a very unceremonious burial.
Excellent. I'm sure Mr. Goodwill would appreciate the sentiment, just as my clients appreciate your performance.
Your clients are weird dudes. But those are fun. I'm enjoying that. So, 44 minutes. Well, just a tiny bit less efficient than the last one. And we were really, like, in terms of bodies per minute, that first mission was just an absolute spree. Alright, I think that right there is a good place to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to continue to explore the Baron's challenges and try not to think too hard about who the Baron is, or why he wants any of this done, or how he knows when you've done a good job. Listen, it's all magic. There's a lot of magic in this game. And we'll see you then.